than 3 hours ago, Israel's Netanyahu has fired the defense minister Gallant. Right here. 3 hours ago, Tel Aviv Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fired his defense minister Yoav Gallant at a time when the country continues to fight wars in Gaza and Lebanon and increasingly in direct confrontation with Iran. The move on Tuesday came months after a public disagreement between the two over the course of wars. Netanyahu said he was firing Gallant due to a breakdown in trust in the gaps of position between them. He fired his defense minister. We have a defense minister too. Over here, our Secretary of Defense is Austin Lloyd, or I think it's who it is, Austin Lloyd. Lloyd Austin, I don't know who it is. He publicly challenged Netanyahu, and during the past few months, the trust between himself and the defense minister began to crack. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. He will be replaced. Foreign Minister Israel Katz will replace Gallant as defense minister within the next 48 hours. Netanyahu said in terse, a 3-line letter to Gallant released by the Prime Minister office. Gideon Sayer, a former Netanyahu ally turned rival who rejoined the coalition in recent loose, was offered the foreign minister role. He will be replaced within 48 hours. He fired his defense minister, who wore all black and slept in his office, they said. And he had a list. See, look at him right here. Netanyahu's defense minister with the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, or I think that's his name. I've already forgotten his name now. He's the secretary of ours. Got fired. He was the minister who the U.S. trusted the most. Oh, wow. We got a change in guard, you all. A change in guard occurring. Look at that. Yes, Secretary of Defense. Gallant has been a shock absorber in the relationship, speaking more than 80 times with you. Oh, wow. This is alarm bells. We're having a changing of the guard at the United States. I'm speaking more than 80 times with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin over the duration of the years of the wars. Gallant was the minister who the U.S. trusted the most, the current administration. The chief policy officer for Israeli Policy Forum, and when it comes to core defense, things like U.S.-Israel coordination against Iran, humanitarian issues in Gaza. Netanyahu got rid of the main person for that and replaced him with someone who doesn't have that kind of relationship with the U.S. Wow. He was the only cabinet member apart from Netanyahu with serious decision-making authority over the war. Since the war began, he wore all-black uniform and often slept in his office, his staff said. He kept a chart of senior Hamas figures and crossed them out as he killed them, as they were killed. Wow. They have to... They want the Israel's conservative liquid power because of they want the draft. They want the, what is it? They want to do, they have to have, wow. That's kind of weird, you all. Think about it. Fired them on the eve of the U.S. elections, and he will be replaced within 48 hours. Yeah. Everyone, they said, they did it. The issue comes to a head with Netanyahu's need for the ultra-Orthodox votes to clear Israel's 2025 budget, which by law must pass in the coming months or Netanyahu will snap elections. In a press conference after his ouster, Gallant said he believed he was fired for his opposition to a law to exempt the ultra-Orthodox from military service. Everyone needs to serve in the IDF, he said, referring to the Israel Defense Forces. Gallant said Netanyahu informed him of his decision to fire him just a few minutes before he publicly announced it. Two other factors were his demand for the highest form of inquiry into Israel's security and his prioritizing. It's possible to return the hostages, and it will require compromises, some of them painful, said Israel's can manage them. So he fired him. Wow. Israel Netanyahu fires Defense Minister Gallant. They don't look like the same people. Is that two different people? Well, okay. The main thing, right there he is, right there. He fired them today. Today. Yeah. Today. And he will be replaced within 48 hours. So I am going to go. And thank you, Applebrooks, honey. YouTube is blocking our chat. Wow. Because we're not supposed to say that, Applebrooks. Isn't that right? We're not supposed to be talking about this right here. Because remember, we're firing those missiles also tonight. The missiles are going to get fired from Vandenberg Space Force Base. That's what's going to happen. So I am going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yeah. Thank you, Applebrooks. Thank you all for commenting, even though the live chat is being